studios in New York City. This is Charlie Rose.
Larry David has been called everyone's favorite curmudgeon. His particular brand of dark, observational humor has made him one of the most distinctive voices in comedy. 25 years ago, he and fellow comedian Jerry Seinfeld created a show that made television history. Seinfeld ran for 9 seasons. It is considered by many to be the greatest sitcom of all time. Larry David followed his success there with the improvisational comedy series Curb Your Enthusiasm. Now he is on Broadway. He wrote and stars in Fish in the Dark. I recently spent time getting into Larry David's head for CBS's 60 Minutes. Tonight, we bring you an hour from those conversations.
My mother would be doing cartwheels. She would not be able to contain herself, you know. Yeah, I think she would lose every friend that she had. It would be a little too much.
You couldn't have imagined this.
No, never. Yeah.
And you? What is it?
You know, I don't look at this and do cartwheels. It's almost, it could be somebody else's name almost.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Part of the process.
Yes, part of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yet you, Larry David, the writer, chose that as the opening set piece.
It's funny. Because it's dark. It's just it's the things that you would normally not be able to joke about, and so on some level that works.
Because that's what you have done, finding that some level dark, some level unattractive, some level revealing, and make it funny. And why is it funny for the audience? Because they see it in themselves? Or...
That's part of it, and because it's something that they're not used to seeing jokes about, so it's surprising to be irreverent in a situation like that. It surprises them, and I think they like that. Because they've had the same thoughts, but they weren't expressed.
That idea has been very good to you.
What idea?
The idea that people, what you just said, that people see it and they see thoughts that they're not able to express, recognize it, and recognition is part of the comedy.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's been good to me and a lot of other comedians and writers and whatever. Yeah.
Do you know why you wanted to be a comedian?
Yeah. Because there was nothing else in the world that I could possibly do. There was nothing else I could do. I had nothing, and it seemed like I was funny, so why not try and use this particular skill that I had to make a living, because there was nothing else that I could do.
Larry David grew up in the Sheep's Head Bay section of Brooklyn, New York. He lived in an apartment complex surrounded by his extended family.
So this was my apartment. This is where I grew up.
Okay.
And this is where my aunt, uncle, and cousins grew up. And here, and the Schwartzes lived here. Buddy and Ethel and their girls. Upstairs, my grandmother and my uncle and my cousin, and friends on the second floor and the fourth floor.
So you grew up among...
Yeah, I was up and down these stairs all
doors
day.
were always
yeah,
open. You could
yeah,
come in and out.
Yeah.
Galinsky.
Oh,
Oh, look at there.
oh, wow. Hello. Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, we had a piano over here. Yeah, right. This is John. Yeah, look. It looks even smaller than I remember it.
You must be Mrs. Galinsky. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm Charlie Rose. You must know
Yeah.
this man.
Hello. Hi. Hi. Nice to meet
So
you.
what was it like?
Look,
he lived here.
yeah. Look at our kitchen. Look at the size of our kitchen.
Get your own room.
Yeah, this was my room right here. This is my room. I shared with my brother. Yeah. There were beds here and here. Yeah, this is my room. And
Now, Ken is older or younger?
he's older, yeah.
Older. You shared a bedroom.
Yeah.
This one had to be.
This is the master bedroom. Yeah, yeah, that's my parents' room. And yeah, that's the bathroom. And this was, by the way, this was a 3-bedroom, so this was luxurious. Yeah,
This is like outside.
yeah. So this was a den. This was our
TV was.
this was where the TV was. Yeah, and my father used to sit here on the chair and watch The Untouchables, and this was the couch, and yeah.
But you knew most of the people in this building.
Yeah, everybody, you knew everybody in the building.
They all knew you. You knew the kids. Everybody knew what everybody's business was.
Absolutely. You knew you could recite every apartment. You knew who lived in every single apartment in
And
the
who lived
building.
there before they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, we were the first ones in the building.
Right.
So, you know, for 10 years, there wasn't much turnover. And you knew who lived in every apartment.
And your grandmother would come down.
Yeah, yeah, my grandmother upstairs. And,
Eat together.
well, yeah, we would, except for my father, because he came home too late. He came home too late from work to eat with him.
He made. He was a clothing manufacturer.
He was a salesman.
Salesman.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like this is a good thing. Family. Everybody, you know,
Yeah.
took care of each other.
Yeah, it was
Everybody-
good. It was good. I remember always trying to touch the ceiling to jump up.
that?
No, to jump and touch it because I was this high, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And eventually I got to be able to touch
Dunk
it. Yeah, to dunk it. And we used to. They had a basket that went over the door of the room, and we'd play with a big sock, you know. You were never bored as a kid. There was no such thing. We played so many games that we invented. If I took you around the neighborhood, you know, we used to play high life. Yeah, we had
They play in Miami.
yeah, without a cesta, we played with our arms and flung a ball.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Sure. Yeah.
Roots are everything. Family's everything.
Yeah.
You know. And you're walking back here for the first time.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Emotions.
Not much. No, nothing. Yeah.
You moved on.
Yeah. No, nothing whatsoever. Yeah. No.
No.
I could be in an apartment in Manhattan right now for all I care. Yeah.
You don't care.
Yeah. No, I don't
No,
care.
doesn't do
Yeah.
anything.
No, this is not doing anything.
Place
for
where
me.
your
Yeah.
lovely and
Yeah.
wonderful, loving mother grew up
Yeah.
with you. It's where she raised you. It's
Yes.
where she made you,
Yeah.
along with your father.
Yeah, I feel
You know,
nothing.
gave
Yeah.
you the confidence to go out and be what you
Oh
became.
yeah. Oh sure. Yes.
Don't you feel that?
No.
Doesn't touch you.
No, I'm completely
What kind of
devoid
heart do you have?
I'm completely devoid of any feelings whatsoever at this moment.
This is like Curb Your Enthusiasm, isn't it?
Yeah, in
This
a way.
is that side of you
Yes.
at this moment.
Yes.
This is not the side of loving, kind, sweet, generous.
Oh,
Larry David.
that my friends described.
Yes, the one
Yeah.
your friends told me about.
Yeah,
They said,
yeah.
you're going to be surprised. You're going to meet a guy
Yeah.
who's just lovely and fun and you'll like so much. You know, and he comes to where he grew up, where he became a
Yeah.
young adult. He feels
Yeah.
nothing.
No, absolutely nothing. Sue me.
I mean, memories, everything.
Yeah, you would think
Memories,
I'd
everything.
be flooded with this wave of emotion coming back to my old apartment.
I mean,
But,
this is where it began, and now it's in
I'm
some
surprisingly
mansion in LA
unmoved,
now.
yeah.
I mean, you know, you've gone from this,
Yeah.
a lovely place,
Yes.
full of warmth,
Yeah.
to a cold mansion in LA.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. When can I go home? When can I go back to that cold mansion as you described it?
Watch it.
Yeah.
How did this, growing up in Sheepshead,
Yeah.
parents here, your brother here in the same room, your uncle and aunt next door,
Yeah.
grandmother on the floor above. How much of that did you, and how did you dig into that to write Stand Up, to write Seinfeld, to write Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yes, I wish I could answer that question.
I'm serious.
It's a good question. I know you're serious. It's a very good question.
You can't make that connection.
No, it just
It happened, but you can't.
It just stays. Things stay. Make an impression on you, and it stays with you. And you're just able to tap into it.
It's almost a creative process you can't really.
Exactly.
Put
Yeah.
in your hand.
Yeah. But it was all shaped here, whatever it
Whatever
is.
it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
That's about as much as you know about how it works.
Yes.
You just know it works.
Yeah.
Because we're all,
Yeah. But it's the same.
child is the father of the man, they say.
Yeah. But it's you know, I'm sure it's the same for everyone. And plus, let's face it, you're born the way you are. What if I had grown up with Mr. and
Beverly
Mrs.
Hills.
Mr. and Mrs. Anderson in Iowa? Would I be the same?
I don't know. I think it's a combination of
Yeah, combination.
genetic things.
Right. But I'm not nearly smart enough to talk about
No,
that.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
I'm serious. It is a connection. I mean, the creative process. And you know it's there. It knows who you are. You know it gave you.
No, this place where I'm standing now, yes, shaped everything. Yeah.
And in part gives you confidence.
Where does the word come? Why is that word being mentioned to me?
It's not a word you're familiar with.
No, not in the slightest. I can't even believe that it came out of your mouth. You know, gave me
You're
confidence.
just putting me on.
Gave me confidence. What
Yeah.
kind of confidence? Where was the confidence? Where's confidence?
It's a confidence you found when you
Found.
sit down to write.
I had a
confidence that you found.
There was
Jerry
no found.
Seinfeld came to you and said,
Didn't
"I
mean I had confidence. I thought, oh
had a
boy,
chance.
I
You had
better
a
try. I
chance.
gotta do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I was confident it was going to be any good.
When did you know you were going to be good?
I don't. What's wrong with you?
Both his confidence and his sense of humor emerged after leaving Brooklyn.
Miserable adult.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure was happy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember being unhappy. I don't remember bouts of depression or anything. I think once, yeah, everything up until like, everything up until college was great. You know, everything up until
Merlin.
no, everything up until I graduated was great. Oh, that completely, it was a completely different experience than high school.
In what way?
I fit in. I fit in. I made friends. People liked me. I was popular. I was funny. It just worked. It worked. Yeah. I don't know. Something came out. Something came out. My sense of humor came out.
That's what they say.
Once I got away from Brooklyn, my sense of humor came out. I sort of discovered who I was.
And
Yes.
After college, Larry David tried his hand at stand-up comedy, but success did not come quickly.
Well, I think to a large part they like to come in the back of the room because very often I wouldn't do well. I wouldn't do well. No, I would bomb a lot. Yeah,
the man.
yeah. I didn't do well very often because I didn't relate well to the audience.
Did you have contempt for him?
Well, no, I didn't have. If they liked me, I loved them. You know, if they didn't, I had great contempt. Yeah, but you know, when you do stand-up, there's certain requirements you have to do. Like you have to go on stage, and when you get introduced, you have to say, "Hey, how you doing? How are you? How's there?" I couldn't do it.
It was false for you.
It was false. I couldn't do it. Yeah. Yeah, I
You
did
made a
that.
judgment about them.
Yeah, I did that once. I was watching him, the previous comedian. I was in the back of the room, and kind of there was something about him that I didn't like. And then when they introduced me, I got up on stage and I kind of looked him over, and I went, I don't think so, and I left. No,
Worried that
no. The club owners seemed to like me, and
they thought you were comics coming.
and they put up with me.
Was it?
Yeah, yeah. They're pretty demanding. It was tough. I think if I did it now, it would be a lot easier because they would, they would be coming to see me, and it would.
They would know who you were. You have a
yeah,
personal.
exactly,
They
exactly.
laugh even.
Yeah, yeah.
But then,
Yeah, well, then I was trying to, I was trying to act like they were my friends, I was trying to be who I was with my friends. So I would go up, and that's what I was trying to do, but they weren't my friends. They didn't know me from a hole in the wall, and it didn't work. I did take an improv class, and I remember in the class that I remember that day I did very well. I felt great doing it. I really liked it. I could interject. I didn't have to wait for somebody to finish talking,
yes.
And I could make up the lines as I was going along. There wasn't a script. And I remember somebody, I can remember every compliment I got since I was 5, and I remember one of the women came up and said, "Boy, you're really good at this." That's, oh, wow. And that kind of stayed with me years later when I got the idea for Curb.
okay.
You mean doing stand-up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I once had this dream where I was, there was a war going on in my house. I was upstairs sleeping, and I heard the sounds of cannons and gunfire downstairs in the living room, okay? And and in my dream, I wake up, I go, what the hell's going on here, And I go downstairs, and there's like a war. There's people in army uniforms, and there's different sides, and I duck behind a couch, okay? And then all of a sudden, and there's a little stage area with a microphone in the living room of this big house I lived in. It wasn't my house, not the real house I had, but this dream house. And through the fire and the gunfire going over my head and everything, a guy comes up to me, one of the soldiers, points a gun at my head and says, "Get up and do a set." I said, "What?"
Or I'll blow your brains out.
Yeah, or I'll blow your brains out. I go, "What? Go do a set. How can I can't do a set? There's a war going on here. I can't, Just get up." And I go through the gunfire and I get up and I take the microphone.
This was your nightmare.
That was my nightmare. Yeah, that's what it was like.
That hell of a way to earn a living.
Yeah, well, I didn't earn much of a living.
Meanwhile, your friends were doing okay.
My friends are doing well. My friends are doing well, yeah.
So why are they doing well?
They've got it figured out. They know how to do it.
Or you hadn't found this?
Well, I think a combination of both, yeah.
And Seinfeld was killing it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. He was doing great. Oh, yes, of course, all the time. This is an apocryphal that I used to walk around looking for spots. I did in the event, swear to God, in the event that I would to become, if I became homeless, where would I stay? And I actually found this great spot, in the 40s between 5th and 6th, and there was heat blowing out of it. And I thought, yeah, that's going to be for me. Yeah,
at this place.
exactly, yeah. No, well, I didn't really, I didn't get invited. In fact, one time, when I was at the Improv, the talent coordinator of the Tonight Show came up to me, and I didn't even ask him about going on, okay? I didn't say, "Can I go on? I'd like to go on the show," okay? He came up to me unsolicited and said, "Johnny wouldn't like you." Yeah, thanks. Hey, you know what? Maybe I don't like Johnny.
With your wife?
Yeah.
Your wife was once the coordinator. Wasn't she a guest coordinator? For
She was the
Letterman?
talent coordinator on Letterman, yeah. My future wife at the time, yeah.
Laurie.
Yeah, Laurie.
And
yeah.
couldn't get you on.
No.
David
no.
said, no.
Somebody next to it. Yeah.
You know,
I
guess who it was.
think it was Laurie.
She said, "You are
Yeah.
not right for my show."
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I could see how they would think that somebody would be crazy, but you know,
Well, they wouldn't. I mean, nobody believed you could be as good as you are then, did they?
well, I did have, you know, I don't want to say that I never did well, but when I did do well, it was, you know, it was.
It was enough to keep you going.
Yeah, it was enough to keep me going, and enough to make me think that I had something to offer. And you know, Jerry and I always had a really good comedy rapport, and we used to write together sometimes, and we'd go off, and he'd tell me his premises, and I would tell him mine, and we would share information and help each other, and then when he got the offer from NBC, he approached me. So it was just that, really.
You had written for him before.
I hadn't written for him. We'd
Talk about routines.
yeah, we talk about routines, and Laurie, my ex-wife, likes to think that the whole Seinfeld thing was that she was responsible for it because Carol Leifer, a comedian friend of ours, it was her birthday, and for a present for her, I wrote material. I wrote stand-up material for Carol for her birthday present, and she was having a party, and at the party, she said, "You read the material." I said, "I don't want to read it." So Jerry read it. And Jerry got, you know, great laughs with it. You know. So Laurie insists that, oh, well, yeah, if not for that, because Laurie's the one who made Jerry read it, that's why.
Ah.
Yeah.
And Jerry loved it, and you got a lot of response.
Well, you know, it's a party.
So
It got
whose
laughs.
idea was Seinfeld?
Well, it wasn't much of an idea, really, if you examine it.
It was about nothing.
It was about nothing, seriously. I mean, he came up to me at Catch a Rising Star and mentioned that NBC wanted to do a special with him, and then we were both living on the West Side, and we were going to take a cab back, share a cab, and before we got in the cab, we went into the grocery store to get some stuff, you know, and we started just talking about the products, things in the grocery, as we were prone to do, and as we were talking, you know, I see this is the show. This is what the show should be. This is the kind of dialogue that we should be hearing.
But then why did you create a character, George, who was a reflection of you, rather than you playing the role?
That was never even on the table. It was never, I never said, oh, I would like to be in it. I didn't want to be in it.
Why not?
I wasn't interested in acting, really. I didn't want to do that.
Even though it had a kind of improvisation to it.
Well, not really. I mean, it was a scripted show, but...
Written by you.
Yeah, but you couldn't... first of all, there's no way that I could have been the executive producer of the show and also been in it at the same time. That would have been impossible. There was way too much work to do that.
And the most successful show demands a good executive producer and a big star.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to put all of your time and attention and focus on it.
Did it change you?
I mean, it gave me money,
Yeah, of course it did.
but
Confidence.
it gave me something.
Yeah.
It gave me something that I didn't have, but not in the way that people think that, oh man, I just like a total transformation.
But then you tell
it wasn't
me.
that at all. I still, you know, to this day, I still couldn't walk up to a woman at a bar and say hello, you know, so I don't have that. But I feel...
you do.
No, I
Yes,
do
you
not.
do.
Oh,
You
no.
know why?
Huh? I don't. Charlie, don't argue with me on this one, baby.
Oh, come on. You can go up and say, all you have to do is go up to the bar and say, hi,
Yeah.
I'm Larry David.
Really? First of all, and I know that she would go, who are you? Yeah. So what? Yeah.
You know that.
I would never do that.
You would never go
No,
up and say, I'm Larry David.
never, never.
Because you were afraid of being turned down?
Of course. Yeah. Are you kidding?
Are you serious?
Oh,
Today.
yes, today.
With all the success.
Yes.
With all, I mean, one of your friends said to me, just think about it. Created Seinfeld. Executive producer. Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's going to Broadway. This is a man who's done something remarkable. Creating 3 big productions.
Well, you are who you are from the time you're born, and that I don't think that changes. It never did for me. Yeah, I know, okay, externally I know I have these
It
things.
gave you the
Yeah.
confidence to get engaged.
The confidence to get engaged, yeah. Yeah.
Then it took you a while to get
Well,
married.
it's not like I never had a date. You know, I'm not some hermit. I mean, I had dates. Yeah, it gave me the confidence at least to ask. Yeah.
You said yes.
You know, I'm making a living. You can it's something that you can consider.
So explain to me what happened. I mean, how did Larry David, growing up in Brooklyn, become Larry David, executive producer? What was it that enabled you to take that huge leap forward and become what you are today?
Well, certainly, you know, if Jerry hadn't approached me at Catch a Rising Star that night, there's no way I'm sitting here, that's for sure. I mean, that started the whole thing, that show. So, in terms of the writing aspect of it, I had no writing experience, and I think that turned out to be a good thing. I didn't know how things were done in television. I was just kind of guessing. And somehow it came out, and it was good and acceptable. But I think the idea that we didn't do that show the way shows are done, which are to have, you know, there's a lot of writers in a room all throwing jokes in and all working on a script at one time. That's not how it was done at all.
How was it done?
It was done basically after a writer would hand in a script. Well, the first couple of years it was just, there were a few writers. But mostly all the rewriting was done by me and Jerry.
But do you have a unique perspective on life that somehow is funny?
Well, I hope. Yeah, I'd better, yeah.
But that's what's happened, isn't it? I mean, you had the capacity that somehow, and the world caught up with you, to look at life with a certain edge.
I must. I suppose I do. Yeah. I couldn't articulate it. I don't know what it is.
You don't know what it is?
No.
Has anybody ever tried to explain it?
Yeah.
And what did they say?
Well, one article I read said that I blow up the small things and reduce the big things. You know, so
There's some truth to that.
There's some truth to that, yeah. I don't know.
Probably better you don't know.
Yeah, probably.
When Seinfeld, who made the decision to end it?
Well, I left 2 years before it was over, yeah. And then Jerry went on for the last 2 years.
And then he decided, even though he was doing quite
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
because he just was working so hard.
Yeah, well, it would be 9 years for him. It was 7 years for me.
Was it hard to leave?
I think I was ready. I just thought like 7 years was a long time to be doing that. And also, you know, after you do these shows for a while, the bar is so high that it's almost intimidating to think, how am I going to do another 22 shows? It seems impossible, you know. So I would go through that same thing every year. And then finally I thought that,
That's what the guys in Monty Python told me. They said, we didn't think we could be that good every year out. We
Yeah.
didn't know that we could be that funny.
yeah, it's
You're running against yourself.
yeah, right. You're in competition against your previous seasons.
And what did you think you were going to do when you left?
I didn't really know. I thought I would do some stand-up.
What was your state of mind at this time?
Leaving Seinfeld? Well, when the show premiered in September, I remember thinking, you idiot, what have you done? Oh my God. All your friends are there. All the fun is there. What did you do? So I was upset. Yeah, I thought I really made a terrible mistake.
I have no problem in this question. But were you happy?
You mean?
I mean, did you look at Larry and say, Mike?
No, I don't think.
Everything's good.
I don't think like that.
Never.
No, but I do have a much better disposition than people expect.
Meaning
That,
what?
that I'm generally my mood is pretty good. You know, before I did Seinfeld, I was very bleak. I would wake up in the morning and my first thought in my head was, oh no, you know, oh I got to go through this now.
Another day.
Another day,
Gotta
yeah.
power our way through.
But once Seinfeld started, all those thoughts were gone.
So Seinfeld did what for you? It gave you.
It gave me a reason to, I don't know, it focused me on something.
Success can give you confidence.
I guess, yeah. I don't know, you know, when you're working hard, you're focused.
You just do it.
You just do it. You don't really think about it. And, but I'm a much happier person than people expect me.
That's what you're
expected me, yeah.
He's happy.
Yeah, I'm in a good mood, generally. I'm much happier post-Seinfeld than I was pre-Seinfeld. I mean, there's no comparison.
And is it in part television? That's what they say. It gives you confidence. It gives you something to call home about.
Not the way you would think it does.
Then what way?
Well, you don't have to worry about money anymore. So that terrible problem is gone. And that's a huge deal. That's huge. So once that's gone, you don't really have any right, given what your lifestyle is. You have no right to complain. You cannot complain. You have too much. There are too many people who have nothing. And I used to have nothing. I was able to complain, okay? I was able to be dark and bleak and complain. But once I started making money on that show, all reasons to complain were out the window. I had my health, I had money, could not complain, couldn't justify it, no way. I mean, I could complain to myself, but never to another person.
Tell me about the creation of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Well, so now I had finished Seinfeld, and
you had a lot of money, but not as much as they say.
Yeah. Right, I had a lot of money, but not as much as they say. And I was thinking about going back to do stand-up. I hadn't done it in 10 years. And Jeff Garlin, who played Jeff Green on the show, fabulous guy, funniest guy. He had an office next door to me. He said, "What are you going to do?" And I said, I'm thinking about going back to do some stand-up. He said, "Well, you should film it. Film the process of me going back after a 10-year absence to do stand-up." And he said, "And I'll direct it." I said, I don't want to do that. Who needs a camera following me around? I don't like that idea. And I talked to Laurie about it, and she said, "No, you should do it." But I wasn't convinced. And then I started to think about it, and I thought, well, if they filmed the stuff on stage, that would be fine. It's the stuff that would be off the stage that I would have a problem with, because it seemed really boring. What are they going to do? I'm going to go to a dry cleaner. They're going to film me at the dry cleaner. It was nothing. It would be boring, and I didn't like the whole idea of a camera following me around like that. But then I thought, suppose I made up some stuff. Suppose I created this fictional kind of world where I was married, and I had a manager, and Jeff would play the manager, and I'll create some funny situations that we could film as if they were real. And I said to Jeff, "You don't direct it. You play my manager." And then I wrote this.
I'll write it.
I'll write it, and I wrote this outline.
It'll be mainly improvisation.
It had to be improvisational, because if it's supposed to be a documentary, then it couldn't be scripted, because it wouldn't seem like it was spontaneous. So that's how the whole thing started.
So this is the way Larry David, on Curb Your Enthusiasm, has been described. Outrageous, offensive, antisocial, politically incorrect, unfiltered.
Oh, that's just, I love that. Love that.
Why do you love that?
I just love all those things, you know. That's what a comedian's supposed to be, yeah.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
The main thing a comedian should be is authentic.
and funny.
And funny,
Yeah.
yes, funny helps too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
But
yes,
would like
yes,
to be, would like to
Yes.
say what,
right.
no consequence, would like to have
Exactly.
no, so,
Yes, that's exactly right. Because we have to behave a certain way in society, and if we don't, we can't get along. We won't. Social intercourse is just filled with so many lies and deceit. It's all so deceitful that everybody has all these thoughts that this.
And would we be a better world if, in fact, everybody expressed all these thoughts?
No, I don't think so.
So it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
But
we
it's
have
a good
it.
chance for us to see it
Yes, yes, yeah,
and sort of fantasize that we could be like that.
right. Every social encounter is just fraught with anxiety and all kinds of things that are lurking beneath. It's all subtext. Everybody has thoughts they're not expressing about the other person or things in general. With this show, I was able to express every thought that I had.
About everything.
About everything, yeah.
About making love with a Palestinian woman.
Yeah.
Where did that come
I just thought that, oh, geez, I'm just the kind of guy who would have sex with anyone. Wouldn't care what their beliefs were, you know. They could be, I thought, I thought they could be an anti-Semite. I could have sex with an anti-Semite. I wouldn't care. What do I care, you know? So what? You know? And so, if there was an attractive anti-Semite who wanted to sleep with me, I would do it. I wouldn't care. And then I thought, all right, well, okay, who would be an anti-Semite? Oh, maybe a Palestinian thing, yeah. Yeah, she made all that stuff up. See, that's the thing about this improvisation. I can't write better than what these actors can come up with. And so she came up with all that. Crazy Eyes Killer, he came up with all that stuff. All the actors did. Well, I was, well,
The mind of Larry David.
you know, all of a sudden, there was a promo for Survivor on television. And it struck me, and I can't believe nobody else put this together, that there are Holocaust survivors who call themselves survivors, right? And then I thought, oh, yeah, I got to get those two in the same room, you know, who had the worst experience. But, yeah, and make it funny. And I also thought that this seems like an idea it's right there for the plucking, you know, and we better get this out fast. So, yeah.
And you ignore it.
Oh, yeah.
Because you are.
Well, here's the thing. Everybody likes something as long as it doesn't affect their group. What you know, what they're part of.
Whatever it is you want to say about them,
Yeah,
but don't
right.
talk about me.
Like a good friend of mine who loves dogs, okay? Loves the show, okay? She loves the show. She would call me up after shows, and the most offensive stuff was going on that she just loved, couldn't get enough of. But then as soon as there was something about a dog, nope, you know. And you could say that about a lot of different people.
But is there?
No,
Will not play.
no. Because I'm just doing what makes me laugh. If I feel something's too far, then it's probably not making me laugh.
That's
Yeah, and I
good
probably
comedian.
yeah.
Is it genius? Don't you do that?
Is what?
What you have.
Ridiculous.
Is it fun?
It's so much fun. Charlie, I just had the greatest time on Curb. I was laughing. I mean, I don't know if you could tell if you see me smiling. Every take, we had to stop. I had to go like this to the crew. Keep rolling. Let me just get my composure back. You know, when J.B. Smoove is talking to you, it's impossible to keep a straight face. And Richard Lewis and Jeff Garlin, and Susie and Cheryl and Bob Einstein, and you know, they're all amazing.
Larry David has lived an extraordinary life, one that even he can appreciate.
Hasn't Larry David looked out for himself?
Well, Charlie, I mean, sure.
What would you change about your life?
About my life?
Yes, your life.
That's a tough question. I don't know. I don't think I can't think of anything. It would sound too petty for television, for broadcast
In other words,
purposes.
You're editing yourself now.
Yeah, yeah.
I want you to edit yourself.
Well, somebody's got to edit me. You're not going to. I know everything I don't want to say. I know is going to be aired. I'm going to go. Oh, I said that. I said that.
Just tell me.
Nah, you know.
What do you like about your life?
I like my life. I'm very happy with my life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you're afraid of people thinking that?
No.
Or you're afraid of them knowing what you don't like about your life?
That. Yeah.
Is it women?
That's in there. Yeah. That's.
What else?
Huh?
Women is one thing. What else?
Yeah.
You want to...
No, it's women. Yeah.
Can you tell me the truth?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Larry David has a woman problem?
Yeah, I wouldn't put it like that.
How would you put it?
I would say that I'm relationship challenged. Yeah. Huh? See, this is why I didn't want to say anything. I don't want to talk about this.
I do, though.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you do. I can't talk about it. I just, it's too hard to talk about. I can't talk about it. I'm uncomfortable talking about it, so
Why is it hard?
it makes me uncomfortable. Yeah.
It's personal. It's none of my
Yeah,
business.
it's not. I'll tell you when the camera's off. Yeah.
No, okay. But
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do is say, this is what everybody that is watching this wants to know.
Yeah.
Who is Larry David?
Oh, this guy, he's
Who
too
is
much.
Larry David?
You are too much, Mr. Rose.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
You're probing. What is the probe?
Because we want to know who you are. I mean,
Who the hell knows? I don't know.
you do know.
Whatever you're seeing, that's who I am. What?
Really? No,
Yeah.
that's not true. You told me you created a character. It's not you. It's who you might want to be, but are not. Who are you?
I don't know, Charlie. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
You just want to go back into your routine.
Yes. Leave
All
me
of a sudden,
alone.
Your routine is okay.
It's okay. Yeah. I want to get you out of my life right now. Who am
Help
I?
us understand.
Who am I? I'm a jerk. That's who I am. I'm like
You're not. That's an act.
I'm like everybody else. I'm a
No,
jerk.
that's an
Yeah.
act.
No, it isn't.
It really is.
No.
How are you a jerk?
I'm just a jerk. I'm a jerk.
How are you a jerk?
Oh, look, let's stop talking about me. That's why I didn't want to do this interview in the first place. I had to be talking to 60 Minutes. You think I wanted to do this? I didn't want to do it because I knew you'd be asking questions like this. I said, no, I don't want to do 60 Minutes.
Then why did you do it?
They talked me into it just like they talked me into the play.
Oh, so you're a guy that you can be talked into things.
Yes, hence the
You
jerk.
have no backbone. You have no capacity to say no.
No.
You know? But the guy that you create would be able to say no.
There you go.
And there's your biggest hang-up.
Yep.
You can't say no, but you can create a character that can say no.
Yeah.
You're not a jerk, but you can create a character that's a jerk because you don't have the courage to be a jerk.
That's perfect. That's good. That's good. I like that. How much you charge? Huh? That's better than any therapy I ever got. Yeah.
Your director just said to me,
Yes.
charming, dashing, handsome.
Yeah. Yeah. Dashing?
You feel that?
Do I feel dashing? I don't feel dashing. I don't feel dashing. You think I feel dashing? Are you insane? Do you think I've ever had one moment of feeling dashing in my... Maybe if I was drunk, I might feel dashing, but no. I don't feel dashing.
Because you know what women say? Back to women.
Yeah.
Nothing is more attractive than somebody that makes
Oh, that's just such utter nonsense. That's such nonsense. Gilbert Gottfried did the funniest joke about that. Oh, God, I wish I could remember it, but it's... No, they might say that, okay, but no.
What do they
I was funny when I had nothing, and it didn't work, okay.
I just want to, I promise you, this is my last question about women.
Yeah.
What do you think women want?
What do they want? They want love, security, what, you know,
So
same.
you must be attracted to them.
Well, I could give them one of those, you know.
Is there any part of you that said, I'm confident, healthy? I could go back to television anytime I want, but begging to keep more for the losing. I want to do something new. I want to challenge.
Well, certainly I wanted to do something new by writing the play. And then all of a sudden it was presented to me to be in it. And yes, I did have that moment of, oh, well, this is going to be really challenging. And yeah, I made the decision to do it.
And you're glad you did. You are.
Yeah, but
You're glad that Scott Booth talked you into doing it.
okay, I'm glad, somewhat. I'm glad with reservations. The reservations are it's the schedule.
The schedule?
There's a sameness to every day that I find very disturbing.
And boring or just disturbing?
Disturbing,
You
yeah.
like variety every day. In your
Yes,
life. You
yes.
like improvisation in your life.
Yes,
you
I
like
like
a script in your life.
Exactly. My life is scripted now. Perfect. That's perfect. Yes, my life is scripted, and it's odd. It's odd. You know, look, I don't want to complain. I have good
You're
luck.
not the man to complain.
I
just want to tell you.
I can't complain. I'm not allowed to complain. This is one of the.
Out on stage,
Yeah. This is
and
one,
they're cheering at the sight of you.
yeah, it's one of the sad things about my life
You
that
complain about it.
I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to complain.
That's why you create
Yeah.
a character that complains all the time.
There you
By
go.
the way,
Yeah, right. Wait, what were we talking about?
I'm talking about acting.
Yeah.
You really.
Oh, we were talking about the sameness of
But very
the
good
yeah.
that you did it because
Yeah.
I mean it worked out well. Scott Rudin was probably right.
Yeah.
Should be because of the
What's worked out well is that they really like it, and yeah.
That bought the tickets.
Yes,
To see you.
yeah.
And once here are applauding. Genuine.
Yeah, they like the show.
Do you have an ego that just sort of makes you? Think about sheep's head bay, all the you're looking like do you? When you walk in, you know, look, those have been some tough times for me, as we've talked about. And here I am, center of the on-Broadway play that I wrote and I starred. And when I steps, they see their first glimpse of me.
It's not what you think. Yeah, it's not what you think. I don't. You know, every now and then I'll go, oh, this is kind of cool. You know, but I am now, after almost 2 weeks of doing it, fairly confident that the play is working and it's funny and people are really enjoying it.
For more about this program and early episodes, visit us online at pbs.org and charlierose.com.